Fox News chief political analyst Brit Hume joins us. Good evening, Brit. You know, Brit, this farm aid package totals $12 billion, up to $11 billion in on-time payments to crop farmers under the Farmer Bridge Assistance Program. Remaining is reserved for additional crops not covered in the program. Assistance expected no later than the end of February 26. And you see crop prices as you look at the different prices. They've taken a hit. If you look at the chart, as the tariff process has gone forward.
No doubt the tariffs are a factor in this, Brett. There's no getting around that. And it's put the president now in a position where he's got to try to help the farmers. They're calling it a bridge, but it's not a bridge loan. This is a subsidy. This 11 or 12 billion dollars are going to be paid out is simply money that's going to go into the pockets of these farmers who are hurting. I don't dispute that for a second, but it is a president who is otherwise mostly conservative on economic policies, engaging in a government program to try to bail out farmers who are hurt by his other program, that of course being the tariffs.
Yeah, and this is the Treasury Secretary and the president kind of explaining in their words.
Chinese actually used our soybean farmers as pawns in the trade negotiations, and we are going to create this bridge because, again, agriculture is all about the future. You've got to start financing for planting next year.
The interesting thing about the farm, they don't want aid. They want to just have a level playing field.
No, please.
I've seen that more with farmers than anybody else.
On this affordability push, he's going to start out in Pennsylvania, and they're obviously going to do a full court press as they head into 26 in the midterm year. It's tough, though, because you're fighting the prices. You're going to talk about it differently, perhaps, but doing it is something different.
Yeah, I think it's a particularly thorny issue, Brett. He's right to talk about it because if he didn't and the administration didn't talk about it and emphasize it, it would suggest that that the president and his team are unaware or impervious to the suffering that people who are fighting these high prices are feeling. But the problem is that when inflation dies down, and it has, it's way off from what it was at the height of its peak during the Obama administration. Prices don't normally come down. They do for some things. Fuel and food prices in some areas can come down, but most of the time prices simply level off, and people over time, because wages go up in a growing economy and their situation improves, people are better able to afford the prices. But trying to get prices down, in fact, if you got them down across the board, it means you're in a deflation, and that is even worse than inflation in terms of the economy is going south. So he's got to try to talk about it, and obviously there's a considerable hope that his program, as it kicks in next year, will produce a new boom, and that people's fortunes will be up across the board, and prices won't worry people so much. But that's what he's got to hope for, because getting them down is probably mission impossible.
Right. They're seeing energy prices come down a bit, especially gas. But as far as promising the growth in 26, that's what you hear the Treasury Secretary talking about. Britt, as always, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.